let me introduce to you the top of the line, home security, weaponized battle sleigh. Now keep in mind, I'm just getting started. It looks really scuffed and janky right now. When I'm done, there's not gonna be any of these, trashy looking ropes and chains and straps and whatnot. So don't roast me yet. I'm not done. This is more of just a rough draft to see if the idea had any potential, if there was any chance this was gonna work. There's potential. Let me show you what I got going on. So I don't have a horse. And even if I did, I wouldn't want it to pull that. That looks kind of dangerous. But for right now, I'm using the 4-wheel, right? I got the next best thing. Okay, as of right now, we just have rope for steering, twine connected to the accelerator. And then this rope over here is connected for shifting. And then over here, you have the chain, which, that's not really gonna work because it'll come crashing into the back. So I'll have to get something, that's fixed, like maybe a double jointed trailer hitch or whatnot. The boat, I was just placing blades. None of this is bolted down or welded together yet. Just placing to see if it would work, kind of get a general idea. And believe me, this is not what it's gonna look like. It's gonna look way cooler. There's gonna be way more. It's gonna look way more dangerous. It's gonna be great. Just placed a few wimpy looking spikes for now. It'll get better. So I'll give you a little demonstration. In the saddle, you got steering right here. You got this accelerator that's stuck on your foot. And then over here, that's for the shifting. Before I bring this into the shop and start slapping a bunch of steel on it, I want to make sure this thing can actually pull it, because in theory it should work. But once we know it actually moves, then I'll test this without weight and then start adding a bunch of steel and stuff in there, see how much it can pull, see the weight capacity. So that's the first thing. It's time to go do some joy riding. Freaking worked. No way. That's awesome. Okay, so at least I know it moves, but I know I'm gonna have to add some weight in the back of the 4-wheeler because it's sloped right here. I started coming up and it was struggling a little bit. I'm gonna give it another go, especially if I give it a head start. I think it can make it, but I'll add some weight in the back of that and then we'll test the hauling capacity of the boat. Now, the only downside so far is I can't yet start it from the saddle. I know, it's terrible. I actually have to stand up to do something. Leo, come here. Inside, come here. Up. Yeah, good boy. Yeah, I know. Let's go test the hauling capacity, see what we got. So to test the hauling capacity, I'm just gonna remove these blades and spikes, keep the weight minimal, just the barrel and the saddle, then put some weight in the back of the 4-wheeler, and then slowly start putting more weight in, seeing how much material I can use to, make this thing actually look cool. So I slapped this generator on the front, to add a little extra weight. It's 4-wheel drive, so, I didn't need to put it on the back. Besides, if I put it on the back, then I can't steer because I got, those ropes from the handlebars. And I thought about putting my fireplace on the front, my miniature ATV fireplace, but then I thought against it because then I would have started lighting stuff on fire and I wouldn't have got anything done. And I probably would have tipped over, so. So we got this big pile of scrap steel right here. I think I'm just gonna start grabbing things I think I'll use and throwing it in the bottom of the boat. See how much it pulls. Well, that looks heavy. This would be perfect for blocking bullets. Only problem is, if I try to put any other steel with this, I doubt it's gonna pull it. This thing's super heavy. That right there is why you need something like a trailer hitch. Otherwise, it's gonna ram into the back and jackknife the whole thing like it just did because of that stupid chain. Now, the main use of this is for, of course, protection. If you come cruising out of your garage on this thing, I can guarantee you whoever's trespassing isn't going to be sticking around. Especially when I'm done, you know. Adding more blades, getting the armor on there, adding more holsters, making it look like it's ready for the apocalypse. I can guarantee they're running. Especially when I get rid of these janky looking ropes.